We're going live. Hello.
Good evening, all.
I am glowy. Jeez Louise. Anyway, hey y'all. It is Monday. Welcome to the Lot of the Leo. Know what I mean, we come here to decompress. I have to say, today has been a pretty decent Monday. It's the chillest Monday I've seen in a very long time, and I'm going to just enjoy it and be
Especially
at peace with
considering
that.
what you were saying last week. So I'm
Oh
happy
yeah,
for
last
that.
week it was the whole week was crazy. Lot going on, but today was just really, really, really soft and not a whole lot going on. So I enjoyed it. Um, I don't know why Tyrone apparently wants to be seen. You want to say hey?
My name is up here. I might as well say, hey,
Jeez.
hi.
Hey,
A
Tyron.
little vibration.
Oh boy, he's such a joy. We love him.
And it sure does sound like it.
Did you hear the warmth and love in my voice?
All of it, honey. All of it. Yes.
Just as long as you know, okay?
Okay.
It is Monday. This is my brother, Mr. There you go. Am I pointing at you?
Yes, you are. That is the right
Okay.
way. Yes.
Just making sure. There you go. Hey, Dustin. Dustin says, hi, everyone. Hope everybody's having a great Monday evening. And yes, it's good. It's good. Miss Kim said, waving like a beauty pageant winner. Hey, everybody.
Good evening, Miss Kim. Greetings and salutations.
Good evening. So so happy to see all of y'all, and I need to make sure you guys get a full view of my hair. Hold please.
Yes, we're getting the 360, y'all. Okay, got a little bang thing in the front, got a bun in the back, honey. Yes, looks like a French roll of some sort going into the bun. Okay. Wow. Yes, yes. I love how you have somewhat of a French roll going leading into the bun. That looks beautiful.
Oh yeah, and what I love about Henny, she's the one that does my hair at the Green Thumb Salon, a wonderful natural hair salon off Candler in Decatur, Georgia. Um, It's awesome. I've been saying ever since I started going to her to get my hair done, you got to go to the black people to get your hair done.
Okay.
You got to go where your people at,
Because I don't know if they know what to do with the locks, honey. I
child.
don't,
And then,
you
and the
know.
way that I want them done. One thing
Right.
I love about them, I know everybody likes to use gels, jams, all kinds of different waxes and things of that nature. You want to know what Henny uses?
Water.
And grease. Child, sometimes she don't even use grease. Just water. Just twist it. Dag nabbit. I don't need nothing much else. And my hair still look fresh.
Yeah.
Um, and I've never really been a girl for the I think maybe it's because I'm a millennial. I don't know, but I've never been for the little swoops, the edges that people be doing now.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know. I've never been with that. And I told her the first time I went to her, I said, I don't want none of that. She was like, girl, I know. And we just met.
That's
Sometimes people,
awesome.
sometimes some people just feel you. They just, you get you.
Sometimes you just see each other.
Exactly. So yeah, it's awesome. Um, oh wait, hold on. Miss Kim said, bangin' bun.
Yes, that is a perfect way to put it, Miss Kim.
Bangin'
Banging
bun.
bun. Yes. A
Yeah,
bun with a bang in it.
she did that though.
She did. It's I don't know that I've ever seen a style like that before.
And Tyrone be looking at he's the one that be taking it down, of course.
Right, of course.
And he always is like just in awe of like, how did she do this? Good
How
God.
did this connect to this, connect to this, connect
Okay,
to this?
how
Like,
did this
yeah,
come about?
yeah,
And it's like she does like the bun is held together with, bobby pins,
of
but it's
course.
not a whole lot and they're not all up in my
Okay.
scalp and they don't hurt. And this
Right.
whole thing that's it's pretty much like a really thick fish braid,
Okay.
fishtail braid, go all the way into the hair. I mean to the bun. It's awesome. Dustin says that he loves my hair. Thank you. I appreciate it. And TD McCollum says, hello again. Okay. Again. Why aren't you okay? I'm not even gonna ask. Miss Kim says, cute hair. Thank you. I really appreciate it. And Lady Virgo. Hey Lady
Hey, Lady Virgo.
I can't look at your name, Lady Virgo, without laughing. Jeez Louise.
So the $1 million question is, Jennifer, how long are you going to keep the bun and the
Oh, how
bang?
long I'm gonna keep that?
Yes.
At the very least, 2 weeks.
Okay. Okay.
Depending on because it looks so good, you know
It
what I'm
looks
saying?
so good. It looks so good. That's why I asked, because I want to know how long am I going to be graced with this beauty?
And there is a chance that I may just take down the bun and leave this up for a little bit,
Okay.
depending on how things go. But more than likely, I'm gonna keep both of it. And I don't know why it's like it's really comfortable to sleep on this side because the volume is on this side, and I
Right.
mostly sleep on this side. So
Okay.
the sleep was not bad at all. So yeah, it's not bad at all. Um, so 2 weeks. If it starts to itch, then hey. Um,
Do you have one of those rat tail tooth combs like you've been telling me to get for the last 10, 20 years?
I have one, not a metal. I don't. I need a. What I need is a metal one. I
Okay.
need a metal rat tail comb, but yeah, no. I got other combs that have a long tail to it, so I've been doing that. But I love them. I think I need to invest in the metal one just to
Put it in the ice and then go to get the scratching, honey.
get to
Okay.
work.
Pleasure.
Okay. Tina McCullough says hi. JoJo speaks,
Hey, Tyrone.
and then he just said Leo with rolling his eyes
Oh,
like,
oh, oh.
Tyrone, we love you. Lady Virgo. She's laughing and stuff, got the eyes and stuff like that. And she made sure to say good evening to TD McCullum as well. Yo, today has been a really solid day for me. Thank God that I don't have a whole lot to rant about or fuss about.
Okay.
So I'm feeling good. I'm preparing to have house guests for the rest of the week after tomorrow.
Really?
Mommy-in-law is coming down for the graduation of one of her grandchildren.
Okay. Okay.
A great would you call it no. A nephew of ours. So,
Okay. Okay.
we're going to his graduation on Wednesday.
That's awesome. That's so
A
awesome.
Am I excited about it? No.
Oh,
Can I tell you why?
please do.
I have to leave the house.
Understood. Understood. You're leaving your sanctuary. I get it.
Yeah,
I
I have to
completely
leave
get
the
it.
house. Not only leave the house, but be amongst a bunch of other people that's trying to do the same thing. And then it's going to be downtown at Georgia State.
Well, be ready for the many compliments you'll be getting on your hair. At least you're going out there looking what
It
good.
looks a look right. This hair
Okay.
is whipped.
She is
Okay.
what? Ready. Okay.
Okay.
Ready.
I ain't gonna be no embarrassment to my family.
Okay.
Okay.
Hair check.
The biggest of checks. Okay. That's the one thing I do love about the locks. I don't care. Okay, now to let y'all know, I never really go a long time without getting my locks done.
Mhm.
It's not for the sake of having them fresh as possible.
Hmm.
It's actually because I have a problematic scalp. So, to keep me from having to, well, excuse me, to keep my loctician from having to really like dig it, like to try to fight to keep scalp flakes about my locks,
Hmm.
it's best that I come in 4 weeks because I do hold on to a good twist for a really good long time.
Hmm.
But if I stay too long, my scalp gets too unruly, and we need to continue to tame our scalp at all time.
And that's why I was surprised that you had it done because that was the quickest turnaround that I remember seeing from you, the time in between you getting your hair done. So that's why I
But it
was
was still
surprised.
4 weeks. It was
Oh,
still
oh,
4 weeks.
okay.
It just
Okay.
looked real good. Looked real good.
That's true.
Um,
That's very true.
so yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
And
you got to get that washing going on.
yeah, yeah. So and then y'all know I don't touch my hair. I only my loctician and Tyrone McCullum touch my hair. So
Okay. Hands off.
and when I went to her for the first time, I said, "Well, do I need to like be washing my hair in between times? Because I know it is a must." She's like, "Let me tell you how they answered that question." They asked another person that, and they were doing her hair. So, do you wash your hair? No,
Okay. No, that's a firm no, honey. Okay. Nada, zilch,
I
never.
don't.
No.
Okay. I don't
I,
touch it.
child, I don't wash my hair at all. I not since I've had locks. I might have washed my hair like when I was first starting my locks, but ever since I had a loctician, child, for what?
For what? Sheesh. And that's yet a wonderful thing about locks. And our scalps tend to be on the dry side. And when I say our, I mean African Americans. So we don't have to like wash so frequently like some Caucasian people because they actually have to wash their hair because if they don't, their whole all their hair just be greasy and
Mm,
it won't, be who, you know what I'm saying? That's why they
yeah,
have to wash their hair every day, all that grease. Um, but that's why we have so many greasy products because we need to replenish
right.
our scalps. So that's what's going on with that. Lady Virgo says, "That's so cool, Jen." Why thank you. Yes.
It is.
Um TD McCullum says it's going to be fun with the family, Lady Virgo. Yes, it will be.
Yes.
He also says healthy head is a happy Leo head.
Sure.
Yes. And Lady Virgo says, Tina McCullum, wow, that's really nice. I hope you and Jen enjoy the family and have a good time. I know we will. We'll
Just
be,
like Eugene and Toya. Eugene taking Toya's tracks out. It's so beautiful.
that's real love.
It's real love, y'all. It is real love. Okay.
And it's also bonding time too, because
Absolutely.
it's
It's
some time to take advantage
in a
of.
way, it's actually intimate, in my opinion.
Hmm. It
It's a very
is.
intimate act to do. So
Because
I love that.
you think about hair, Samson, couldn't have his hair cut just by anybody for no reason. This it's
Okay.
important. And I've always felt it's good to protect yourself. That's why I don't let
Right.
nobody like really like touch my hair. Just family, friends, and loved ones, and people that mean good for me. Those are the only people that can really touch my hair. Excuse me. Thank God I haven't had anybody like really ask. Yes, sir.
Oh, you talking
Yeah,
to me?
yeah.
Oh.
You smiling all hard. Like,
Because
what's
when you
up?
said I don't let nobody touch my hair, it just brought me back to when me, you, and mommy were at Tiffany's,
Mm-hmm.
and that woman behind the register came from around the corner, and came and touched my hair, and you and mommy swiftly walked away before telling her off. Like for me personally, I don't necessarily mind it, but I still see it at a certain on a certain level as disrespect because you're getting into my personal space and you didn't ask. So, yeah.
And I understand because it's like it's kind of first of all, it doesn't happen often, right?
I know, not at all.
And second of all, you want to think people have good intentions,
All the time. I
but
typically do all the time.
which is I'm not saying it's not a good thing. It's a good thing, but it has its pitfalls
Right, because
because
if you're not cautious, then, if you
you
don't.
may be letting a witch all up in your hair.
Right, yeah, so gotta be careful.
But yeah, that's how I feel about it. Dag nabbit, can't have everybody up there. Let's see. Lady Virgo says, Leo, your husband tried to throw something in there with that comment. I thought that let the sponsorship begin with y'all, I guess. Jesus in heaven. Anywho, but yeah, y'all, you got to be real disappointed in this conversation because I ain't got nothing. What's going on with you, Jonathan?
I'm awesome. Child, I'm in my YouTube bag. I right after my 90 Day Fiancé review, I released my Housewives of Atlanta review. So
Mhm.
please go check that out on JoJo Speaks. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Um, and the odd part is I thought I would feel taxed by doing a lot of videos, but I don't. It's just doing it and get it out there. And because they're, typically, less than 15 minutes, it doesn't take too much out of my day to
Exactly.
to do it. So I just do it. So yeah, I'm
And you just
definitely.
getting to the point.
Yeah. So I'm definitely proud of myself and trying to think of what other shows I can review to get these numbers up. But yeah, it's all good. It's all good. I'm enjoying this new season of 90 Day Fiance. Dustin and I are watching. The couples don't seem as problematic as they can be or as they have been in the past. So I'm really enjoying this season. Finally, Portia and Shamia had a conversation about the
Oof,
rift in their relationship.
Jonathan.
Of course, I wasn't satisfied because they left the table as friends. But judging from Shamia's appearance on Watch What Happens Live last
Afterwards.
week, right, it's clear that they're still not on good terms. And I have a feeling because Phaedra's coming back next episode,
Mhm.
Shamia is about to be pushed right on out the way. That's what I'm expecting to see. But hey, who knows? Maybe Portia will bring Shamia into her friendship with Phaedra. Who knows?
No, from the results of afterwards, it's
Mm,
apparent that's not the case.
yeah.
And I feel sorry for Shamia because when you've been in in a friendship for that long, and under the impression that this person means you
Cares
good
for you and
and
loves you.
care, it's
Right.
it's it's not easy. It's not easy.
I
And
was
she go ahead.
I was going to say I was initially going to say I don't feel bad for her, but actually I do because
It's
she's
difficult.
just not that drama type girl. She don't want no problems at all, and so
But
that's
got a
why
friend like
she.
Portia.
Right, and exactly. How ironic. And it's so it makes perfect sense why she would not have brought that subject up to Portia without Angela bringing it up to the rest of the girls, forcing them to address it. So I'm getting a much better idea of who Shania is, and I'm loving her even more.
Yeah.
I see a lot of myself in Shania. I really do. I really do see a lot of myself in
Shamia's a
Shania.
standout, and
Very
it's
much so.
like what I don't see in whatever they like to call it. I can't even call that a friendship.
Mm,
What I don't
right.
see is a friend standing up and clapping for her while being a standout
Hmm.
because it would look so much cuter if they were just. But ego has to be set aside for something like that. And if ego can't be set aside for a friend, something is wrong.
Absolutely. And I feel as though Andy is going to be the perfect person to hold Portia's feet to the fire
Somebody needs to.
because when Andy sees an issue, he addresses it and he tends not to let it go.
I hope
So
so because this whole situation has really. I've never been the biggest fan of Portia. She's not exactly my cup of tea.
me either.
But
Never liked her.
I'll have to say, this has made me really detest seeing her. I could hardly watch her and Shamia talk. I could hardly, and because she was so freaking dismissive
So
and stuff.
dismissive. And Shamia
And
told her to her face, you're being dismissive right now. The fact that you're playing with your silverware, the fact that you're sighing and oh
Oh,
no,
girl.
are you
Let me
tired? Or am
let me
I
tell you
boring
something,
you?
Jonathan. Let me tell you something, Jonathan.
On camera.
If that wasn't on camera, as soon as she would have did that, where's my purse? Goodbye.
Okay.
And I'm out.
Yes, like that Viola Davis meme. Okay.
Yeah. Look, like
Let me get my
you ain't got the home twice. Give me my
okay. Goodbye. You
good
she
and
don't even
bad.
deserve a goodbye. Okay.
No.
Just say goodbye to my back, honey.
But the fact that they're were on camera, I would have just been like, okay, you know what?
And then Portia was like, "Why are you doing this for the cameras?" Like, what?
And for that be
Excuse
the
me?
first thing, so that's the narrative that you want to have out there. Now you're
Mhm.
looking even crazier
Right.
because she was like, well, I wish we could act like how we act behind the scenes in
Mhm.
front of the camera. Oh,
Mhm.
I'm sorry.
Because something tells me Portia's a lot more humble when the cameras are not pressed on. Something tells me. Something tells me.
I don't even think the word is humble. I
Mm.
believe she's able to put on an act a little bit better
Mm.
because in front of the camera, I want to be seen as this.
Right. Exactly.
But behind the camera, I can be everything you want me to be.
Wow. Wow. That's it. That's what it is. That's what it is. That is
Yeah.
exactly what it is. Absolutely. Off
Be-
camera, she's what everything Shamia wants her to be because she can do that.
yeah.
But she probably feels as though she would lose something if she were to express herself in that same way on camera.
It sounds like she's able to let Shamia shine just fine outside of the cameras.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But when you get in front of the camera, it's a continual reminder in her head. Look at this beautiful black woman in front of me. She
Right.
got the family, she got this, she got that, and the third. It's like no wonder she was coming down on Candy. Candy got a success. Candy got the husband. Candy got all the kids.
Mm-hmm. All of them. She got a
Hmm.
Tony. She got a Grammy, honey. I think she might have an Emmy, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, she does have an Emmy. I think. I think she does.
Oh,
But yeah, she's doing wonderful. She's
she's
doing
on her
awesome.
way to the EGOTs.
Okay. Candy
And
Burris from the Housewives of
Candy
Atlanta.
Burris. And then on top of that, then you think about the relationship, with Phaedra. Phaedra is looking for the same things, which is why it's so easy to be cool with her because we on the same levels looking for the same things and we could kind of help each other possibly get to the circles that we need to get to so that we can get to where we want to be.
Phaedra is just a better version of Portia, in my opinion.
Yes.
In
A,
my opinion.
a more likable version, in my opinion.
Yes. Agreed. 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 Absolutely.
Because and then think of Nene. Portia ain't jealous of Nene's family. Not saying that her family is less than. I'm just saying Nene doesn't have something that Portia wants.
Right. Exactly. So she has
She
no
wants to
need
be
to be
taken care
jealous.
of.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And Nene, she ended up having to take care of her husband.
Mm-hmm.
So that's not what Portia wants. So Nene's not a threat. But everybody else that was, there was an issue. There was a problem. There was a concern. So Portia, she's a little trash. Oh no, she's not trash. Let me stop. We're gonna stop saying that. Portia is not the best person.
I'll say it. Portia's trash.
I
I'll
was
say
I
it
was
for
thinking
you.
about when when
Portia's
she when
trash.
she stumped Cynthia. It's like,
Yeah. With her foot, with her like for you to know you were on camera and to literally kick at someone who is
sitting down
sitting down and
and also not a
arguably
fighter.
right and arguably one of the nicest people on the cast, and you feel the need to kick her in the gut. Okay. Okay. We see her.
We
We
see
see
her.
her. There's no hiding for Portia. And that's what I think she fails to understand is that we see her for who she is. And I think she spent so much time trying to hide that about herself. And I think this season of Atlanta has shined such a bright light on who Portia Williams truly is.
And the only
And
way to oh, go ahead.
and I don't know. I think we'll get a better idea of how it's been affecting her at the reunion. Now, whether she's going to
Mm,
be authentic and honest about her true feelings, I truly doubt.
okay.
However, she can't get away from her facial expressions. She can't get away from
Mm-mm.
her body language. She can never get away from her body language. And
She
so,
she thought she was
we'll
gonna be
see.
number one. She thought she was gonna be number
She
one,
thought
but
she was going to be the HBIC of season
and
16.
and though I'm not watching closely, because just hearing the side conversations about it kind of annoys me. So it's like I'm not even interested. I might take a look though. It sounds like there are other cast members that are outshining Portia.
Absolutely. Kelly is my favorite cast member. I love
Mhm.
Angela. I love Angela's mother. Angela's mother made an appearance on the most recent episode. She's so like beautiful and sweet and loving. She, shaded Angela a little bit about her husband being the same age as her. I love that she felt free enough to say that on camera, but that's just the kind of relationship that they had. So I love that. Of course, everybody knows I never saw it for Brittany. We'll never see it for Brittany. She should not be returning on the next season. But yeah, the other girl, Cynthia, is even shining more than Portia at
And
this
that's a
point,
problem. It
and
sounds like
she's just a friend of.
Cynthia sounded like just a wise woman.
Mhm.
I think I like this on her.
I do too.
Somebody just wants to just get it together, you guys. Like what's going on? It sounds like this is going on and that. I like that. But to
She's
be
the
honest,
peacemaker for sure this season.
absolutely. And that puts her in a good space because apparently not everybody's looking for peace. Because on a show like that, not everybody needs to be looking for a moment. If
Right.
everybody's looking for a moment, now we have Bad Girls Club. Now we got
Right.
what's
Right.
it, baddies. You know what I'm saying? So
And
it's like
a little bit of love and hip hop. Just a little bit of love and hip
yeah.
hop, a dash of it.
Um but with them, I believe Portia she just wants to portray something. And what she's trying to portray is not coming across like she would like it to. There go frustration and upsetness. Once again, we're real behind the scenes. I bet you she talked to Andy some 10 times different behind the scenes than what she does in front of that camera because she wants to be shown something specific. And this is nothing wrong with being aware of the camera, but you say you on a reality show. You say you on a reality show. At some point, we got to show some reality of yourself. You can't pretend but so long.
And that's what she doesn't want to see. But the issue with Portia is a lot of times she can't hide herself. She has an issue with censoring herself because once you push her to a certain point, much like Kenya did in that season 6 reunion,
Whew.
she has no control. Like Portia has no control. And that's the thing that I think she can learn from Shamia is Shamia has the most control. The most control. Shamia gives us grown women all day, all night, all year, all of a
Mm.
lifetime. Shamia has the best control, and I appreciate that about her. I really do.
And all I can think about, like, what could she have done better in that Kenya thing? And what's crazy is that she know Kenya was goading her. She know that she was, trying to get at her. It's like she could have got up and walked away and said,
Andy,
Andy, I cannot do this. All of that is going into my face, and I can't do that anymore. You're going to have to tell her. She don't have to talk to her. You're going to have to tell her to lower those things,
put them away.
put them away.
Right.
Until
Or
then, I'm gonna be sitting over there
over there, off camera. Okay.
off
In my
camera
dressing room, honey.
because that's not what we're going to do.
That's what a real grown woman does,
Because I was thinking like maybe she could just at least snatch the scepter and just finger it, Ross,
But she did
but
just that.
as she did, but she kept
Yeah.
going. That's the problem.
Right.
Okay, anywho, let me go ahead and put these comments Tina McCullum says, "Arrest me, I'm guilty." I think I said that already. Lady Virgo says, "Don't forget about the upcoming story time featuring JoJo and Bianca in the near future." Can you remind us what we're supposed to be talking about, though? Do you remember?
What we're supposed to be talking about tonight?
No, with the story time.
I don't. I can't. I think there were just stories. I think I can't remember exactly what. So, Lady Virgo, what was it that the story
Please
time was supposed to be about? Because I don't remember. I don't.
tell us. Tina McCullum says, "Lady Virgo, happy Leo, happy life."
That's
uh,
right.
Miss Kim says, "Portia is a terrible friend."
Very much so.
Yes. But you know what? She's a terrible TV friend because apparently,
She
in
ain't
the
nobody's
background,
friend. She ain't nobody's friend.
because in the background she acts one way, but in the forefront, she shows her true desires is to be looked at in a certain way. And this friendship, me being a friend in this friendship, is not showing me where I want to be. So now I'm going to look at you crazy.
And I fully believe that Shamia is the exact same way on camera that she is off camera. I truly believe that. I really do.
Me and Tyrone saw her at she kind of like host basketball games. I don't know if she
Okay.
still does that, but during those times where me and Tyrone we had a nice little hookup for free tickets to games that would be like in the middle of the week, but you know, something free for us to do. We take the
Right.
train and go to a game. Kind of nice. Um it would be Shamia hosting the game and, you know, keeping
Wow.
it kinda live or whatever.
Yeah.
So, she was nice. And one thing I love about Shamia, we haven't seen her act any differently from
No.
the beginning when we first see her as, you know, a friend of to now that she has a peach. I don't think anything has changed.
Yeah.
I haven't seen anything different on her. So, and Shamia, she's gonna be there for a while.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
'Cause
I see Shamia as a non-problematic Nene, to be honest.
yeah, 'cause it child. Portia, she
Like a
poor
matriarch of the
Portia,
show in a way, you know.
poor Portia.
I don't know what you're saying
Um,
that for. Poor
oh,
Portia.
stop
Child,
it.
she brought it on
She
herself.
well, Tina McCullum says, "Man, Portia, been doing it for the cameras." Yeah. Lady Virgo says, "100% agreed." Um, Miss Kim says, "Candy is rubbing shoulders with Joe and Jill Biden. Portia and Phaedra are over 40 and twerking."
Okay.
I
And
love you,
she
Miss
definitely did
Kim.
some twerking in this most recent episode, child. Like, why? Why?
You know what messed me up, and I thought that was the stupidest thing, but it's Portia being Portia talking about sleeping with one of the ladies' husbands.
Sleeping with Angela's husband, absolutely.
I
Two
was
episodes ago.
like,
2 or 3
"Girl,
episodes ago.
how stupid can you be? You fighting allegations of being a homewrecker and threatening to wreck somebody else's house, girl."
Drunk or not. Drunk or
It
not.
does,
Because drunk is never an excuse. It's never an excuse. It's
because we all
never
know
an excuse.
a drunk mind speaks a sober heart or whatever. Um, yeah, we know you wasn't playing. We
Right.
know exactly what you're doing. That's
Mhm.
not something you know, sweep under the rug, especially from her.
And that doesn't come out of just nowhere.
No,
That doesn't come out of just nowhere.
mm-mm. No, like girl. Tina McCullum says, Portia wants to be a forever princess. Shake my head, Barbie doll. Yeah,
That's true.
and I kind of I blame her mother personally,
Mm.
because she's becoming her mother right now. I don't know if y'all noticed that. Just a nice, pretty single lady.
Single. Emphasis on single.
Yeah, boy. Her mother, I guess, tried to teach her the ways, and that just didn't happen. Uh, Lady Virgo says, Miss Kim, good point. They both stay going to Dubai and Africa looking to twerk on someone.
Hmm.
I'm gonna tell y'all what I heard allegedly. Yeah, see, now y'all got me on the the T side of things. Miss Kim says, I'm Team Shamia. She's humble, fabulous, and poised. Don't you love
Absolutely.
that? And aren't you happy to see a black woman that's exuding that. Not only is
Oh,
she taking
naturally.
Yes, not only she's beautiful and she got our kind of chocolates, and also she's married. It looks like a happy marriage.
Mhm.
They and then she still has her own thing. She's still singing. She's still out there doing it. She's not just a housewife and she's a mommy. I think all of it is just really wonderful. And it's like I'm not saying she can't do no wrong, but she's a human. She's
Absolutely.
showing more, hey, I'm just out here dipping it and doing it just like y'all. Um, Tina McCullum says Portia has to grow up. Yeah, but she has been told that her entire life. Still waiting. Tick tick tick.
Mhm. Mhm.
Jeez Louise. Lady Virgo says, Light of the Leo, After Dark's version story time. Remember, and she put all the eggplant and the Georgia peach and the nuts and the
Okay.
wets and
I'm sure
stuff.
we'll figure it out. I'm sure we will.
Yeah, I'll figure out what we were supposed to talk about. I need a Tyrone laughing. Um, yeah, yeah. I just believe that they're gonna find their way, even if their way is out. So let me tell you what I heard. Can I tell you what I heard?
Tell me.
This is all alleged. Let me just go ahead and throw this up right now. This is alleged. And I took this with a grain of salt when I saw it. And I was like,
Mhm.
you know what? I'm not gonna hold on to that as if it's truth. But I wouldn't be surprised if it is.
Mm.
So, the views and opinions expressed in this video. Anyway, so what I heard, or what somebody else heard, and people heard, what's that? Oh gosh, I heard that on Tasha K. But let me tell you though,
Mm.
I don't really pay attention to talk. I don't pay attention to Tasha K at all. But I heard this from somebody that took a video from one of Tasha K's video.
Okay.
So I gave the view to somebody else and not her.
Okay.
Anybody else but her.
Right.
Okay. So she's talking about allegedly Portia is canoodling with the president of Nigeria that just so happens to be married and old.
Wow.
That's what she said.
Wow. Wow. I understand why you have to take that with a grain of salt because anything
Yeah.
that happens on that platform ain't no telling because she has somebody on that platform, a gay man on that platform claiming to have had relations with Britney's husband. Which which could be understandable. I guess I
But
understand why she would have taken that on, but at the same time, the fact that no other publications are talking about it says a whole lot.
exactly. And
Says a
and
whole
also
lot.
I believe it's more of like is there any evidence? You know what I'm saying?
Right. Text
Like,
messages,
can
emails, any
we substantiate
correspondence,
this? Is
phone
that,
calls, call log.
like,
It's
are we
can't delete
but
call logs. Come on, y'all.
but
But
that's what she said, and I wouldn't be surprised. They were thinking that because she's back to wearing more Nigerian specific clothing and stuff
mm,
like that, maybe she's back out there again. Um, I still find it very sad though to be that gorgeous and pretty and always have really great hair. Her hair is always
absolutely.
on point. That's not something that you can take away from that woman. But people that look that gorgeous for me and they're not with somebody, it tells me a lot.
Right.
It tells me a lot. It
Male or
tells me,
female.
yeah, male or female. It
Hmm.
tells me plenty because you have everything to attract. But what are you doing to repel?
Hmm.
Child. And you can have all the confidence in the world, but if you are not centered within yourself and shoot, sometimes even if you feel like I'm gonna just get with somebody and eventually I'll fall in love, it doesn't seem like that works out too well. Dustin says, I heard that too, Jennifer. Glad I'm not the only one that heard that. All right now.
Hmm.
Lady Virgo says, yeah, they call him the Bat. Yeah, BAT. The initials for his name, BAT.
Okay.
he's alleged to be caught up in so much corruption in his country. Yeah, I heard that too. Getting some corruption money allegedly. That's what
Wow.
they saying. And unfortunately, some people like Portia don't care how you get it. Um
Get it how you
un-
live.
un- until it looks bad on her. I think that's the only reason why
Right.
she's no longer with her husband, her ex-husband.
Right.
It's the only reason why, because it came out. Now I just look bad on me. Now I can't be with you and use up all your ill-gotten funds.
Okay.
Dag nabbit. Uh, how can I use your funds and you in jail and your
Okay.
assets are frozen?
Okay.
Okay. No, and then I heard I don't know how true is this. Allegedly, didn't she call ICE on her husband
I
or
don't know that
something?
she called ICE on her husband. I do know that he is in ICE custody. I don't know that she actually called them on her husband, though.
They allege that
Mm.
she's the one that called, and to be honest, I wouldn't be surprised.
It wouldn't
Uh,
surprise me either.
uh that's the truck that's across the street.
Yes.
Oh Jesus. Tina McCullum says, I'm not surprised if it were to be found to be true. Scandals put money in your bank account sometimes. Agree. And Miss Kim says Portia needs to sit her whole ass down.
For real.
But I don't know. I don't know. Hey, movies with Justin.
Hey, Justin. So glad to see you.
He says that's cold blooded to call ICE on your significant other. Allegedly,
Right.
I'm gonna add that on there. But I think I don't know, y'all. I don't know.
I wouldn't put it past her.
I promise you, I wouldn't. Cause once again, just imagine how angry that she is. She was this close to getting into a marriage where she, can tolerate the person that she's with and have the money that she wanted all this time.
Mm-hmm.
Just to get caught up. Dag nabbit.
Yeah.
I'd call ICE too just because I'm pissed.
Right.
Miss Kim said, hey, stranger, movies with Justin. Hello, hello, hello. It's good to see you, movies with Justin.
It is. It's so wonderful.
So I think that is all that I have. I think I really need to get that out.
Sounds like you did.
About Portia. Because just looking at her talk and just be so inauthentic to a person that knows you. This is not a friend that you had just for a couple of years. No, this is a childhood friend.
Mm-hmm.
And her experiences, they speak volumes. And it also says that something's going on in the background that's not being seen in the foreground. And man, so I just,
Can you hear that loud and clear? Like loud and clear?
it's not loud, but I can hear it.
Okay.
Oh gosh. Lady Virgo says hello to Justin. Hey Justin. Hey. Tina McCullough says Portia ain't been all right since the football player left her.
I don't think she was all right. I don't know if she was all right back then either.
Exactly. I believe she got with him for all the wrong reasons.
Absolutely.
Once again, just another opportunity to fulfill what her mother's been putting in her head.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, if that's how you live and there's no value in genuine relationship, she need therapy. She need help.
You get what you get. The evidence
Exactly.
is clear and it shows.
Well, this was such a wonderful conversation. I'm gonna stop blabbing. I'm excited to see you guys next Monday for our decompression. I'll figure out whatever story we were supposed to tell, but Lady Virgo, we do best with questions. So just ask us random questions because Lord knows I want you to you're just gonna ask us questions, and that's okay. I roll my eyes because I know.
Right.
And that's okay. What else? That's it. This has been a Monday. I think I'm gonna get some fish sticks. And Tyrone bought some fried salmon bites.
That sounds wonderful. I love me some salmon bites, especially if they're seasoned well. Oh, Lord.
Tyrone said they're good.
Okay.
Tyrone said they're good. So I think he got it from Sam. So I'm gonna see what's up. Know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And then I'm gonna do some scrolling through TikTok because I didn't do that today. I was pretty much watching people get arrested today. I
I was
love
watching
Top
some of
Fam.
that right before we went live, child. Right before we went live.
Quality programming. P.S. Jonathan, I got to get back on OPL on Patrol Live.
Yes. I saw you talk about that before. Yeah.
They got down there Clayton County.
Mm.
That's where the niggas at.
Yes.
Southern Atlanta. I'm excited to get back on there because if Richland County's still on there and they have that, I really enjoyed when they had Gwinnett. They were catching people that were stealing cars.
Right.
Ooh, because there's a lot of crime in Gwinnett. Don't tell nobody. But now that they have something else that's Atlanta adjacent, I got to turn it back on. Got to turn it back on.
It's available on Peacock. Available on
I'm
Peacock.
turning it back on. Why do we like police stuff so much? Because we don't have no kind of drama like that.
Right, exactly. It's unfamiliar to us, so it's fascinating.
It really is, and you learn so much.
You do.
Anywho, y'all, thank y'all guys so much. Tyrone, make sure to say hey to Justin. Let's see. Dustin says, "Have a good night. I love you. Love you all
Good night, Dustin.
too." Lady Virgo says, "Yeah, tonight was another fun night."
Awesome. Glad you enjoyed it, Lady Virgo.
Thank you for the confirmation, Lady Virgo. This was another fun conversation. Y'all be good friends. Don't be Portia. Be good friends.
Right.
Don't be two-faced. Tina McCullough says, "Good night, if you know what I mean." Okay, Tyrone. Okay. Lady Virgo says, "Is that the hood spot you guys talked about before?" No, it's not. It's actually more southern than that, but it can get that way. So I'll be watching. Movies with Justice says, "Nice to see everyone. Good night, folk."
Wonderful
good night
seeing
to you
you as
too.
well,
Really
Justin.
good to see
Thank
you
you for
too.
coming.
And Miss Kim says good night. And on that note, we are saying good night to you guys. Thank you guys for joining us. Y'all continue to uplift yourselves and uplift each other in prayer and things of that nature. We are all, I felt that in my shondo. We're going to be all right. Bye.
Bye, y'all.